Have you travelled overseas or drunk coffee from other places? Would you say Melbourne's coffee has higher quality of taste?
Oh, look, absolutely. Melbourne is the coffee capital. People come here from all over just to drink coffee. And I've travelled a bit and drunk coffee in many different places, and have always found that you can't get any better than someone from Melbourne making you a cup of coffee. If you see Aussies working behind the machine, you know you're going to get a half decent coffee. That's what it's all about. But the thing about coffee is that it's drunk all over the place. Everywhere in the world, people will drink coffee in some different way. But the one thing that is true is if the person who's making the coffee doesn't know what they're doing, it's going to be a bad coffee. And that's why it's important that people who make the coffee know what they're doing and actually like what they're doing. So Melbourne, in particular, is definitely the coffee capital, and people from all over come here to experience that and take it back with them. So coffee in Australia is vastly developed, further along the line than anybody else, anywhere else. People want to come, want to learn how to make coffees, and want to do that in Melbourne. So you guys are really lucky because you live in Melbourne. So if you want to travel overseas, tell them I'm from Melbourne, and they'll ask you, so you know how to make coffees? Absolutely. Except for no.
So overall, how would you sum up Melbourne's coffee culture?
It is a culture you have to, first of all, experience before you can understand it. Whenever people want to do something here in Melbourne, they say, let's go for coffee. We'll catch up for coffee. Where's your nearest place? Where's your favourite place? And sometimes it isn't about the coffee. Sometimes it's actually how that place makes you feel. If that place is making you feel, really comfortable, happy, you stay at that place. You go back to that place. The coffee may not be exactly 100%, but it's the people that make that coffee that make you want to go back. We've got this huge, enormous culture here. And so it doesn't matter where you're from, or whether you can speak English or not, whether you're tall, you're short, it doesn't matter. The culture is what those people bring with the experience of drinking that coffee. And that's what this industry is all about. The coffee culture, I think, is the people that make the coffee. I'm going to take you guys out in a few minutes to a couple of places around here to see how coffee culture over the last 30 years has developed just in Melbourne, just around here. There are sections to this part which are famous in Melbourne for their cafe scene. I've got little holes in the wall like this because of my coffee. Been there for a long time. Up around the corner here, a place called the Grave Street. And this laneway has been here for years and years and years. As you can see, there's a little bit of development here as well. There's a number of cafes, a number of places that people can go to. Even down here, you get a little thoroughfare that leads out into Collins Street. We have places on either side. Again, this is the sort of new age culture that's been developed here in Melbourne. This has sort of been here for the last 10 or 15 years and really developed into a place where people come, meet, sit, eat, drink, spend time with each other. So this is more the newer side of things. Let's go somewhere else which is virtually brand new. And then you get places like this, not much labelling, but this is a new style of place where it's very clean lines, it looks neat, tidy. The other places can look a little bit old-fashioned.
But character.
Yeah. Right, well, they use a lot of more important is the cleanliness isn't exactly always to the forefront. Put it that way. I only mean it in the sense of, they don't mind if there's a little bit of broken timber here or some exposed brick there.
Yeah.
It's that kind of bit of a retro look. Whereas this place, very clean line and
more modern.
Very much so. We're going to come up here on the corner, and this is a business that's been established in Melbourne for well over 30 years. Brunetti's Cake Shop. Brunetti's Cake Shop started in Carlton, in a place called Faraday Street in Carlton, many years ago. It was only a single little shop front. It grew from there, took up all the surrounding businesses. Now it's moved into Lygon Street. They've become quite big. They've got several of these style of cafe come cake shops right round. They've now even added restaurants into their establishment. But this is very old school. Very much the way they started is how they're still going. Okay, so it's very different to what we saw down in those little offshoots down to Grove Street, even down Flinders Lane. Brunetti's is, again, something from the past, which is still here in the present. But it doesn't stop there. You can see all the people that are sitting around. It's cold and wet, and there's still people outside sitting around. Coffee culture is endless here in Melbourne. One block, in this one block, we have 22 different places people can get coffee in one block in Melbourne. There's so many cafes and restaurants in Melbourne, it's incredible. But all of them serve coffee, all of them. But this is how virtually the culture started in Carlton. Many of the Italian immigrants that came here sort of migrated to certain spots, Carlton being one of them. And they brought the initial coffee experience here, very much an outdoor experience. And the rest of the world has taken it and gone with it in Melbourne. So every other culture now picked it up and gone with it. So let's go have a look at what happens now in places where you'd never expect to see a cafe, which is that way. Even all the chain stores now, they all have coffee machines in there, offer coffee.
Yeah.
You know, the McDonald's, the Hungry Jacks, all the pizza places, they all offer coffee. Thousands of people use the subway every day, both to and from work. And there's a place just over here called the Cup of Truth. That place there, it's been there for a while, but as you can see, it is not a big place. There's just a hole in the wall, but they make a lot of coffees. Okay? You can see how small some places can be. And again, a very popular place. And a lot of people just walk in, walk past, the guys know what their coffees are, and even as they're coming off they can see them sometimes get their coffees and shoot off. Even by the time, sometimes by the train. The guys that make the coffees have their regular customers. Once you know what your regular customer's routine is, easy to make coffees. Because you just you almost preempt it in advance. And part of the art of making coffees is to have that. But that's just a little bit, a small sort of insight for you guys as to exactly what the culture in this business is, okay, in Melbourne in particular. It isn't necessarily always just sitting down having a coffee. It's just this stand-up affair where people just stand there while the guys making their coffees, have a bit of a chat. Thank you very much for letting me come into your lives. Thank you for watching. This is the Coffee Master signing off.
Thank you.
Thanks, boy.